It's national meets regional. Welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us now for an exciting new path to celebrity interviews, music, rising talents, and much, much more. If you're a fan of Battlestar Galactica, you recognize this guy right here. This is Aaron Douglas. Welcome to Sidewalks, man.
Thank you very much.
You know, do you go to conventions a lot?
I do. I didn't get a chance to go to a lot last year because I was filming, but whenever I can, I go. I love hanging out with the fans, and I get a lot of free beer, which really excites me. Yeah, and you can see a lot of parts of the world that you wouldn't normally go to, and hang out with some really interesting and fabulous people. So I can't believe I just used the word fabulous.
Oh, you did.
Wow, awkward. Well, it is San Francisco.
It's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
It's a fabulous city.
You know, how did you get started in this acting? Because I remember you've been doing it for a while, because I think I saw you on a Stargate SG-1 episode.
Back in the day, way back in the day. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I started late. I think it was 27 or 28 before I quit my job and got a student loan and went to acting school. So I'm a little bit of a late bloomer, but it's worked out so far, so I'm kind of happy about it.
What was your first role you ever had?
The first thing I booked was Stargate. The first thing I shot, I booked Stargate and a movie of the week, Inspectors 2, like back-to-back, one day and then the next day. And I shot Inspectors 2 first, but Stargate was the first official thing that I booked.
Well, I saw you in the very, very first official thing, and you said a couple words and died.
A couple words and I died, exactly.
Now, do you live primarily in Canada?
I live in Vancouver, in Deep Cove in Vancouver.
So let's talk a little bit about Battlestar Galactica. I mean, now that the show is over and everything, and you were discovered that you were a Cylon and everything, but what's the best memory of that show so far?
My favorite memory is the other cast members and the crew, and just spending time with everybody, mostly offset. The fun that we had was really offset over at James Callis's house or Jamie Bamber's house, and just drinking way too much wine till 5 a.m. and having these big giant potluck dinners, and the camaraderie and then the friendships that I made off that show will last forever. It was a real special time, and remains to be this day.
Yeah, we interviewed Edward James Olmos for Battlestar Galactica: The Plan recently, and he is really proud of that show.
Oh yeah, Eddie's proud of everything that he does, and Eddie's very proud of being Eddie. He loves the fact that he does Edward James Olmos and no one else is. He is the nicest man you'll ever meet. He's a sweetheart of a man. And yeah, he's a great director, and he loved that movie. He poured his heart and soul into it, and I think I think it's a special piece of Battlestar. I quite like it.
When you saw the script and discovered that you were going to be one of the Cylons, I mean, what was your first thought?
I hated it.
Really?
I thought that you're taking a character that the fans love and you're going to make him somebody that they hate, and I really didn't like it at first, but I spoke to Ron Moore for about an hour on the phone, and he convinced me to just trust them and trust the writers. They know what they're doing, and they hadn't screwed me over before, so I didn't think they were going to start doing it now. And it turned out really well. I quite like the fact that I'm one of the final 5.
Now, do you do most of your acting, is it pretty much you stay in Canada for yourself because you live up there, or do you go all around?
I'll go wherever the work is, but I haven't had to leave home up until last year because we shot The Bridge in Toronto. But Battlestar was shot in Vancouver, and so I got to live at home and work at home, which is very rare for actors because usually you have to move, but I've been very blessed so far. I get to stay close to home and work, but man, oh man, I'd love to go shoot in Morocco or, Arab Emirates or somewhere nice and warm.
If you had a dream role, if you had a chance to pick a role you want to do, what would you like to do?
I'd really like to do something in a period piece. I'd love to do like a World War II film, like a Band of Brothers kind of thing, or Thin Red Line type of movie, or something further back even, sort of Roman times, or anything with Tim Burton. Anything with Tim Burton. I will be the flower standing in the corner.
Have you met him before?
I've never met the man. I would love to meet the man. I love his movies. I just think they are such a wonderful piece of storytelling, and they're so much fun. I'd work for free for that guy.
So when you're not working all these projects and everything, what do you like to do? What does Aaron Douglas like to do to relax?
I usually sit at home quietly by myself and read my book. And if I'm not doing that, I'm playing hockey or I golf. But I travel a lot, do a lot of cons, but I'm a pretty quiet guy. I usually just sit at home and watch TV a little bit and read and just sort of hang out. Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of fans out there watching us on TV and the web. Take a moment here. Do you have something you'd like to say to them?
Go frack yourselves. No,
It must be easy to say that all the
I know,
time
it's
in
great.
that show.
I get to tell people to frack themselves all the time, and they go, no, it's I love you fans. You guys have just been so good to me. Really, genuinely, it's so much fun traveling around and getting to meet people and talk about the show. And you know what? If you see me out there, and don't worry about coming up and talking about the show. I genuinely like to talk about the show. And never, ever be afraid to buy me that beer. Ever. Don't ever be afraid to buy me a beer.
Does anybody have any money I can buy him a beer or anything like that? Aaron Douglas, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Not at all. Not at all.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.